Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the first opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the New York Giants. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, we got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Lets this one rip toward. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Leonard Williams. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. All day, baby, all day.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
At the 34-yard line.
This is a quick pass from Trubisky. Not much there, only a yard.
Complete.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. That is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 30 yards.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a loss. So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop.
And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Bears 7, Giants nothing. Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Giants take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Looking for his receiver, Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Touchdown, Bears.
And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
The score, Bears 14, Giants nothing. Eddie Pinheiro.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 78 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, Why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Darnell Mooney, the target there. That'll bring up second down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Check, 59, 59. They're not ready for this, man. Alert, 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 alert.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
On the keeper. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not...
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
To try again after the sack. Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Bears 14, Giants 7.
Second and 9 from the 44. From the gun, Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. toss right to Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 16. Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants.
Number 87, Sterling Shepard. Touchdown.
Sterling Shepard there to make the grab. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. He finds Robinson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Still had 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. That one covers 29 yards. First down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
11 more yards.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Montgomery able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
Here is Montgomery on 3rd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Bears 21, Giants 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky, and he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
On third down, Trubisky. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
Makes the score.
And that will extend their lead even further. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Jones throwing again on 2nd and 10. Catch made by Slayton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
17 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Deion Bush with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
1st and 10.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went backwards. They'll be down at the 30. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a timeout.
He's taken down at the
7 seconds left in the first half.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Giants.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He's brought down at the 30.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Midfield.
He had a really solid 1st half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
On 1st down, Barkley. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. left to throw. Jones. And he rifles one incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And 6 yards to go.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to look deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 4th touchdown on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Brought him down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 31, Jones. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
It's 3rd down. And 4 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones got a man, Slayton, and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. This is Shepard on the catch. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Giants.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete.
They've have given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
26 Mike. Come on, baby.
Throwing again. Jones. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
Evan Ingram, 38 yards. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Bears 31, Giants 24. Graham Gano set to...
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Patterson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 38. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And Robinson with a big catch. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. Where they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The 16-yard line.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Trubisky to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Trubisky. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This one fielded at the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Back to throw. Jones. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man. Complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 43 yards. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
26 Mark, 26 Mark. You ain't going nowhere. 26.
Jones now. Going to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Buster Screen. And some space here. The 20. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown, Bears.
So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
This one fielded at the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. Now Jones throwing after the interception. That's complete to Slayton. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, 84 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
26 Mike. Watch the run.
Jones following the fumble recovery. He'll throw. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And there's a familiar sight. Khalil Mack putting a quarterback down in the backfield for another sack. I know he only had 8.5 sacks in 2019, so a lot of people wrote that off as, hey, what's going on with Khalil Mack? You do realize he's getting doubled and tripled on just about every snap. But that was the first time since his rookie year of 2014 that he finished the season with less than 10 sacks.
This ball complete. Jones to Ingram.
Jones pass.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, that's one part of the equation. Puts them back within 1 score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts. But without that third one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control. And yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.